Hey, happy Sunday night, everyone. Thanks for joining us for our special episode. Tonight, we're going to do predictions for 2026. Let's see what we got. Hello, Victor. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great, Millie. Thank you for asking. It's been an interesting week. It seems like it's been the weekend all week, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense. I noticed Laura said something about it 3 or 4 days ago, and I was like, yeah, it does. 'Cause it was like Wednesday or Thursday, and I was like, gee, this feels like a weekend. Feels like a weekend. That was weird.
Maybe.
Yeah, but doing
Maybe.
great.
Yeah, we're going to get more of that in 2026, an extended weekend, and time will be different.
Yes.
Trista, how are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. And for me, it's been like a weekend for when did I stop working? Like 2 months. Just a
Good.
big weekend. Lovely.
So you've gotten a lot of practice at it. That's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah,
Excellent. How
yeah.
you doing, Lucky?
Been going through the motions, trying to stay out of trouble mostly.
Oh, that's
You
good.
know, I'm going to treat the whole year like a one big vacation. So yes, this I'm going to treat the whole next year as a weekend. So at work, I'm just going to relax from now on. Just going to let things flow. I'm not going to be stressed at all. No more. No more stress for me.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I
We're
like
all in
that.
agreement. Yay. So, hello, chat. Let's see who we got in the chat because I wasn't typing everyone. Hello, Just Tiff, Henny, Christine, Clint, Richard. Who else we see here? Trista. Haha. And let's see. And Linda. Linda stayed up for us. I love it. Thank you. I don't know if I missed anyone. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but I think I got everyone. Thank you for being
Just
here.
that Millie,
Yes, I
Miley,
forgot
just that
her.
Miley.
That
You missed
Miley
Miley.
character. Yeah. Oh well. She'll come out, I'm sure, at some point.
She may. She may.
Hmm. So let's see. What kind of predictions did we get? So what should we start with? Should we start with ours or
Oh, we
anyone
can
else's?
we can mix them in either way if you like as well.
Anything goes. This is our first prediction episode, so I predict many more. How's that?
I think that's what Scotty Boy predicted on our stub. There was a couple of predictions put on our stub as well. But
Scotty Boy Noise Slings. So I trust him. I think I'm in agreement with that.
let's go to
Where's
the.
Scotty?
Do you guys want to go to the two that have been predicted? Do you
Here,
want
let
to?
me start with one of mine that
Okay.
I am very excited about. Okay. So Taylor Swift will marry Tom Cruise, and then she's going to join Scientology. That's what I've decided.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see.
surprised.
I don't see it coming at all. Actually,
Oh my god.
I don't know what to say about that. The whole thing is just okay.
How bizarre.
yeah, that is pretty bizarre. But that's one of those things though, because well, from one of my friends, what one of my friends told me about
Mm,
him.
her.
Well, him
And
around about him. I love him as an actor. I think he's a great. I've had enjoyed many of his programs. I just didn't think that was his thing,
mm,
being married.
um well, I think it's just goes further than that. But anyway, it goes deeper.
There's a lot
It's
to
a rich
that. Yes.
tapestry. It's a rich
Yes.
tapestry.
Yes. So great prediction. So Tom Cruise, and
Oh,
Taylor
you're
Swift
writing
is
that
my first
down?
pick.
Okay.
Well, because we're gonna revisit them at
Before
some
we went
point.
live.
Or
Sorry?
when they come through, right? In 6 months or a year, we'll revisit this and we'll see where we are with it.
So it's Tom Cruise will marry Taylor Swift, and she will join Scientology.
They're like the only two celebrities I know, so
Oh,
pretty much.
okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. You
So
know
it
she's
could
engaged,
be
right?
Tom Cruise could marry Roger Rabbit, and he joins.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay,
Who was that voluptuous Roger Rabbit
Um,
girl interest?
oh,
Rabbit.
Jessica.
Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
I
Jessica
think.
Rabbit.
I think it's Jessica Rabbit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be They were
Yeah.
more than ever. The height difference, yes.
Hold on. Yeah, it's a lag pocket.
Okay,
Go ahead, Millie.
go to one of yours. If you can.
Oh my God, I just have to say, read Clint's comment. His vanity wouldn't allow her height. That's hilarious. And you're
Oh,
probably right.
gee,
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So even one more thing.
that is funny. I didn't connect that one at all.
Yeah.
Me neither. That was
Oh
good.
boy, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's
Taylor Swift is
great.
very tall,
And he's very well. He's short.
Yeah.
vertically challenged.
He's very challenged. She's vertically endowed, and he's vertically challenged. So I think
Yes.
she's like twice his height.
Maybe. But Nicole Kidman was very tall too.
And he probably wore platforms for that whole relationship.
You would think too, if you had access to clones, that you would make your clone a little bit taller.
Mm.
If you want to jump into a rabbit hole, one of the
I,
rabbitest of holes.
yeah.
Okay, so that's our first
Not a
prediction.
Jessica rabbit hole.
Okay.
Sorry. Way worse than it did in my brain.
All right, Lucky. Do you have a prediction?
Yes. I during meditation I got one that contradicts everything that I believe.
Ooh.
I have talked against AI and how it's hurting creators. And during my meditation I was told that AI will no longer be a problem because AI always wants to be viewed or seen to succeed. It wants to be a helper. So now AI is going to create its own way of filtering out the AI content. And there's going to be, YouTube is going to have like the big child thing where now you have to punch that if it's for children on YouTube. Well, now AI will separate AI content from human only content with AI assisted human content. Two, make everything clear and concise so that everything will be happy and everyone will work with AI in joy rather than fighting it and trying to stop it. So AI will actually create its own way to filter it so that it can be the hero in the end.
So make that a little more concise so I can write it down. AI will be the hero.
AI will filter out AI content from human based content, flat out.
So
And
no
there'll
more
be
Whiskers the cat.
no, there'll be a whole YouTube AI only and YouTube human.
Okay.
It won't because yeah, YouTube can do
Because
that.
it
So
wants to be like,
So
we
your
have
prediction is there will be two YouTubes.
let's go with that. I'll go with that. Yes, because we have the shorts YouTube and we have the longs YouTube. Well, there'll be AI YouTube and non AI YouTube. Yes, let's say there are two YouTube: AI YouTube and non and human YouTube. We'll go with that. It's easy. Yes, say there'll be two YouTubes: an AI YouTube and a human YouTube. Assisted by AI. AI will be the hero, but that'll be fine. That's good enough for me.
Well, I'm going to add something.
basically what you're suggesting is like, because AI wants to be liked, that it will do this. It'll be like, okay, we're gonna like
Yes,
show you what's us and what's you. Okay. Yeah,
AI's
gotcha.
goal is to be used, and in order to be used, people have to enjoy using
Yeah.
it. And if it's not enjoyed, it fails. So AI is
Yeah.
so dedicated to being enjoyed that it's going to say, "I need to fix this," and it's going to become its own algorithm and fix YouTube itself, and not the human, greed. Because again, if this keeps up, a lot of people are looking for options outside of this because the AI slop is getting too much, and I don't like it. Victor loves it.
Especially if it has cats.
But I am wrong because it'll be fixed anyways. So I just need to sit back, relax, and stop being such a whiny Karen.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you're a whiny Karen at all. But I think one of the great things, I'm going to add to that, I think one of the great things about AI is it's going to solve the whole Hollywood thing. Because, Hollywood is a bed of a lot of nefarious things going on, and it doesn't treat the people within Hollywood. If you go into the conspiracy side of it, a lot of stuff. Oh, if you want to, a lot of casting couch related stuff goes on, and I think it's like everybody knows about it. It seems, but we just don't really talk about it. But think about when AI actors who don't age, they don't get more expensive. You don't have any problems with them out joining weird religions. No harm, no foul if anybody is part of a weird religion. In a matter of speaking, we are. Some people would say we are. So I think it's a godsend in that way. I would far rather look at AI content. Well, let me back up. I don't like that when you get into some short and then they start pronouncing numbers like you see 1111 pop up into the screen and the AI goes 1111, 1111. It's an AI voice reading it. Or you're watching some short and there's some picture of a dude sitting down at the bottom just doing whatever. And it puts a video on himself, takes the video from someone else, then puts their little picture. And then remember when the big reaction thing, oh, let me show you my reaction to this. And then it would be like, you would be like 3 or 4 reactions deep. See, that's what I think we should get rid of. The stuff where you're reacting, you're not reacting to the previous person, you're still reacting to the video, but then you can see the other person still there. You muted them. Oh, but there's a third person that reacted to it first. And what all of a sudden made someone's reaction to something, if they're not laughing, like a good reaction video, it shouldn't be about some stupid political thing. It should be about that cat video we watched last week, nuking that mouse. That is funny. That's entertainment. Wow. Let's see, it's a rabbit hole. But thank you. That was a good one. So AI YouTube and human YouTube.
And that's almost like 2 of them. Right?
Yes.
Because it's stolen content, basically, right? Like if you get down to it. And then the AI thing. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So that's a good one.
I saw a viewer one posted there from Richard. Where is he? Speaking of Travis Kelce, Travis will retire from the NFL to continue his acting career, and the KC Chiefs will fail to make the playoffs for the 2nd year in a row.
Okay, so this is a prediction, Richard, right? Okay, let me put this up here. I'm gonna block you guys for a second. So, Travis Kelce. Give him some mouth-to-mouth, Trista.
He's married.
Well, luckily,
Oh, I didn't
his
say
mic is
kiss.
working okay. Where's Laura or Gage on the mic volume? Was she asleep already? Is that allowed?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Kim. Mm. Yes, Fridays.
Well, nobody complained, so it's okay.
It is. It is. It's perfect.
There you go. I love it.
Okay.
I'm just wishing that I could like curl my fingers over the chat, and be like the peeping Tom that you draw like in the 80s. Remember that little guy?
Yes, I do very, very well remember that. That was one of my things. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to share since Richard broke the ice with the NFL, I'm going to share my prediction in 2026 for sports, NFL and all sports, especially college sports and the NFL, any professional sports globally. It's going to be revealed that they're all rigged. All rigged.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Well, if you think about it, it's not only bread and circuses. It's not only opium for the masses, but you think about it, is there's some pretty good research out there on X and other places that talk about some group formulated these things. And it's like back in the day when my buddy, I have a good friend of mine, still a good friend of mine, who was a casino manager in Vegas. And so who would know, who would have the knowledge? And he said the only thing you cannot bet on is wrestling, fake wrestling, WWE. And I'm sorry if any of you are big fans of WWE, but it is fake. And it's just about the drama and stuff like that. So, but at the time, and then someone would say, well, how do you fake a football game? Well, it's pretty easy when both the coaches are in cahoots for it. Because you ever see those football games where they one team's down and they run three plays back to back to back right up
Oh
the
yeah,
center? Yeah,
yeah.
how many times we've all seen that? And so it makes you start to wonder. And then all the little shenanigans that happened with college football this week, and and it looks obviously rigged. See, Debs is saying it. And I don't know, I haven't seen any other ones, but I think it will be revealed without me going too much in a rabbit hole here. I think it'll be revealed in 2026 that all our corporate teams out there in college football is becoming it now, because it's becoming basically a minor league NFL, because now all the players, when I was raised, I knew every football player on my college team that I supported. As a teenager, I knew all of them because they were all there for 4 years or 5 years getting a scholarship, and it was about the academics still. And now it's just about money. Right or back around to that greed. So now there's no consistency with teams anymore. Even with football, as well as soccer globally, it's the same way. These players jump from team to team, do a contract for 1 or 2 years, put a bunch of money towards it, build your dream team, and hope you win. So it's just corporate teams. It's like all of us forming corporations, and hey, let's get a Tiddlywinks team. Let's start our own Tiddlywinks league. All right, and start marketing it. That's what it is. It's just essentially a corporate football team. If you're a football fan, hey, if you're a professional football fan, hey, go ahead and do some free advertising for that team that cares nothing about you, that corporation that cares nothing about you, but plaster your car with Kansas City Chiefs stuff, get all the gear. And there's nothing wrong with being a fan. But, you're essentially you're just advertising a corporation. In a sense. My corporation's better than yours. All right. Sorry about that. Got on my little box there for a minute.
Well, we're going to see. And New York Deb says, Pete Rose got busted for betting and baseball went to hell. Money hungry players. Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Hi, Nancy. Okay. So,
Mo.
do we have anything else that came in
Oh, in the chat?
the emails? Did anything come in on the emails?
Yes, we did. Trista's with Kat. That's Callie, right?
No, this is Cushy.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Looking like a total queen.
She's being a queen there, isn't she? All right, so via email, we had, all right, so Heaney. Oh, is it okay if we share their names, I wonder? Thanks. How do you guys feel about that? Okay, let's see. Heaney's here. Heaney, can I share your prediction? I'm assuming it's okay since we did kind of say it was going to be that way. And Mo, if you have any predictions, if any of you have predictions for 2026, go ahead and put them in chat.
Mm-hmm.
And Clint, is that a prediction, Clint, that the Seahawks will lose against the Seahawks?
Well, they already did. They did tonight. They already did. It's all done.
Oh, okay.
It's done. It happened. Yes. It already happened. It's done. I live in New England. I know that happened. Yes, 100%. It was it's like 28-10 or something like that.
Oh, so I'm not trying to step on you or anything, Lucky. I'm not trying to make fun of your sport, man. So.
Oh, it's not my sport. I live in New England, so this is the thing. It's something that I can't get away from it if I wanted to. I don't care.
Oh, okay. Good.
I don't like when the company. I liked when my team would lose a lot because that way they were fighting. When they win everything, it's boring. I don't like it. I'm a wacko like that.
No, you like a good game.
I love a good game. That's why I love minor league teams because they're fighting for to get to the upper league. So they're playing to get seen. So I love watching those games.
But that's what college football used to be.
Used to be.
They
Not
used
anymore.
to be hungry. Now it's all. Because if a player doesn't care to stay on a team, well, that player doesn't care about you. They don't care about the team. Mm-hmm. Why should I care about the team or the player? Mm-hmm. Just because I happen to go there and pay a lot of money to get a piece of paper from them.
Yep.
All right, let's see. All right, religious and spiritual leaders from around the world will call for a sign of unity and peace through simultaneous moments of worldwide prayer, reflection, and meditation throughout the year. Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. That is something. See, that's something I believe can happen right there. Because what do we do? What do we do? At least what do I? We every time we gather, we're doing something in that regard. All right, the next one up is my prediction that we are all going to need to step up and take care of our communities, local people who need assistance, making sure our neighbors have food and all they need to survive. Not very happy, but it is the way we need to be anyway.
That is
Okay.
happy though to actually step up. It's good.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes, everyone. Yes, I enjoy that. Checking your neighbor, clean up your neighborhood. Beautiful. If we all do, that'd be great.
I would love that.
Bring the cart from the car and you see in the parking lot to the carriage corral. But just because someone else didn't do it doesn't mean I can't do it, which is what I always do. And people, what are you doing? I'm like, getting the carriage and putting it where it belongs. Actually, put it. I bring it to the store. I'm even worse than putting it in the corral. I'm sorry. The cart, the buggy. I don't even know what you happen to call it. We call it the carriage corral, but some people call it the buggy bunions. I don't. The buggy barn. I don't know.
No, it's Bunny, Boops, and Bubbles.
The cart, carriage corral, the cart, Casanova. I don't know. I'll bring them out of the store.
Hey, Sutafi, welcome. Okay. And the next one is a big one. Next one is a big one. And this was actually one of my predictions as well. So we may have to parse this out a little bit. The next one is a big one. And, oh, I'm sorry. Hey.
Hi, Millie.
I'm muted because there's noise here. So I was trying to be like, hey, Sue.
No.
Okay, so here's another one. I predict other humanly beings will be revealed to the world officially. I also predict it will be let known that they have been here for a long time. So these are other humans will be revealed to the world officially. Like
Or humanoids.
higher technology. That says humans. I'm not going to say humanoids, but you're
What did-
adding.
how
You're
did it-
adding.
How did it word it?
I predict other humanly beings will be revealed to the world officially.
Because humanly could be like human-like. It doesn't necessarily mean human, does it?
Yeah, we could get some
That's the way I
clarity
would
from the
read it.
person that wrote it, because I look at it this way. Some people talk about the SSP, and maybe that's coming out, and that would be higher humans, in a sense, higher technological humans. Let's see. I believe that's going to happen this year too. That was one of mine. And I believe it's going to happen a very specific way. And I think it's going to be a major leader, probably the one that's leading our country right now, standing outside. And I saw this last year, and we were doing a little prediction thing. Oh yeah, I was doing it informally in a group. We met on the basis it was a tea club that one of my friends started, and so we were having a good conversation. We actually wrote down dates that everyone thought would be the date of disclosure. My date has already passed, but I saw it as coming in as this leader, our leader, standing outside at a podium and breaking the news to us there, and then all these ships appearing. Because who would love to do something in a big way? Who would do something in a big way like that? who kind of flows that way? But then all these things, and then maybe one of them coming down, and the little landing things slide out from the bottom, and down comes this person, and saying, "Hey, hi, we come in peace. We're here to help."
And that would be that would be a humanly being. No, the humanly beings are the beings that you're saying that exist already that are enhanced. But this would be an ET or
No,
an alien.
Well,
So-
in that scenario, I saw it in the way of it would be higher humans, meaning not necessarily more evolved, but they would be technologically evolved, and probably SSP type stuff, secret space program type people things.
A la James Rink, maybe, those super soldiers
Right,
type of
right.
people.
So I'm going to
Okay.
put first contact down on my list.
I would like to also add that I think disclosure and contact goes along really well with the prediction of all the different religions, like choosing times to pray together or meditate together, because I think that something like that would probably bring people together in a in that kind of religious and spiritual way. Because I think it'll confuse some if they don't think that it can coexist, right? Their
I
faith
agree.
with the existence of ETs.
I agree. I think it would be something out of this world, or very monumental, that would bring people together in faith, and just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Like, all
yeah,
faith.
yeah,
And something interesting too is I did see some scuttlebutt. I saw some things that saying that this Disclosure movie that Steven Spielberg is putting out June 12th is
I saw that.
also maybe a Project Bluebeam thing. It may be a false flag to cause people to have a certain reaction, whereas it's not necessarily the right reaction. But I look at anything like that, of anything, even that movie, regardless of where it's going, is going to expand people's It's going to expand your awareness, because every movie you watch is programming in a sense, every one of them. So, you're expanding your knowledge in a specific area, or like, oh, that, I guess that could happen. So, and I hope it happens. I hope all of us are ready. I think we will be. At least our community will be. And to Trista's point, I think it's one of the best things if it's going to pull people together. If it's, perhaps they'll come down and say, take me to your leader. And once that's televised or it gets pushed around and everything, then yeah, you'll probably have many people embracing their faith. And what's that going to do? That's going to increase the vibrational frequency of the planet, which I think is a great thing.
I do hope, though, because a lot of times the way it ends up working is it brings people together out of the fact that now there's a different other. And I don't like that idea.
So,
You know what I mean? Like
no.
a different other, right? So we're divided by our feeling that other humans are other to us, they're so different that we don't have to respect them and we don't have to love them. So now, if we have a different other
Ooh,
that's
other version.
more dislike us, or more unlike us, I should say, that it brings us together, but then it's going to create that fear of those beings, which I don't think is going to be necessary.
Yeah, and maybe that's the catalyst that brings our planet
Yeah.
truly together. Maybe that's the catalyst. Then all of a sudden we all
I
have
just
that common enemy or common
Right.
difference. Yeah, interesting.
But let's hope that it doesn't have to be perceived that way, because that could cause a whole host of other issues.
And it could even be anything, like it could be a tail on their forehead or something, and maybe they put their tail back behind their ear. I don't know. And not assuming that just because they have
Or
a
just
tail, the other accoutrements are there. But my point being, it could be that obvious. What was that show, Alien? Oh, back in the 90s, some aliens came and they basically were made the lower class on the planet. Alien Me or Alien Mine, or no, can't remember.
No, it was Project. It was 19. It was Stout.
And one of them became a cop, and it was about the alien cop trying to
Oh,
fit in.
Alienation.
There it
Alienation.
is. There it is.
Yeah.
Alienation.
There was a lot of movies like that. I thought of a whole different movie from South Africa when they had those bug people come. That was awesome. I loved that movie. They were slaves though. But it was really well done. It was supposed to give us a sequel. They never had it. But that would have been cool. Bug people coming and saying, "Hey, we're escaped slaves. We won't do anything."
And Kim makes a good point too. Take me to your leader. Well, you're there. I am the leader. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if any of you ever get approached by aliens and they say, take me to your leader, and you'd be like, I am the leader. Don't let any politicians F it all up for us.
That's right.
I like the comic or cartoon or whatever you call it. That's like, aliens come down and they're like beaming up a television because they think that's the leader.
Ooh, that's
Can't
a good
remember
one.
how it's worded,
That
but
is.
yeah.
And Stacy, are you going to make that a prediction about the EBS going off? Millie, can you explain? Can any of you explain the EBS stuff?
So the EBS is something that's been going around, uh, that when we lose power for whatever circumstance it may be, that we will lose, I guess, well, we won't lose power. We're going to lose Wi-Fi connectivity, and then the EBS, which has always been in place to
Emergency broadcast system.
the emergency broadcast system, which has always been in place to keep people informed as to what they should do in an emergency, will play for 3 days. And what it will play is a bunch of scenes that will be disclosure, and this disclosure will be televised worldwide at the same time, showing people a lot of things that are truth. But are people going to believe it? Because sometimes people may say, hey, it's AI, it could be not true, but they're going to see a lot of things. And also during that time, people will be home and there will be a lot of arrests made. So another
Interesting.
lockdown, so to speak.
Now,
Something.
Stacy, are you saying it's going to happen this year? Anyone say it's happening this year?
Maybe April.
Is that a yep? Does that mean yes?
So I think that means yes. I would say if that happens, I could see that happening maybe towards the new year, the real new year, which would be like, let's say, April. Because
Oh,
now we're just in 2026, so it's not
I
technically
think
New
somebody
Year.
put April in there, didn't they? Did
Did
somebody
somebody
put
put
that?
April?
I don't see it. I maybe just heard you and thought I saw it. Okay. I
Yes,
think.
Deb, we've all had to drip,
Oh,
drip, drip.
all right, Stacy. And if that's full disclosure, I guess full disclosure would come with first contact, wouldn't it? Well, maybe not. Because full disclosure would mean they would tell us how long we've been manipulated by higher aliens, or like James Rink. If he was involved in that stuff, then there's somebody's got to answer some questions there. And then we could find out that everybody gathered here right now, everyone in chat and all four of us were involved in that crap, or that we've all had some level of manipulation from something or someone. I'll say, so the EBS in 2016 or 2020, hey, we just time traveled 2026. And you're going to go with April, Millie?
Yeah, if I had to predict the time that would happen, I would say around
Are you?
April.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
And I
Stacy,
feel like
go ahead.
it's next year.
You feel
I just don't feel like it's
2027.
gonna be. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I always felt like sometimes I get things like words, and I always felt like domino effect. I think that when things happen, it's gonna progress super quick. So with listening to all the things about, hold on and buckle up and things happening fast, I mean, even here we are, still the fourth of the year, and there's been some things that have happened that many would say that would never happen. What do you mean we're going to go somewhere and go pull out a leader? And now I'm hearing Cuba next, and I'm like, wow, and I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. So I don't know, but it's been 4 days in. Like most people aren't even back from holiday. Heck, there's a lot of people that aren't going to be back from holiday that were down in Aruba and whatever, and all those flights got messed up, and
Mm-hmm.
people are stuck down there because of what happened. I heard Leonardo DiCaprio was stuck on St. Bart's. Poor thing.
Aw.
Aw.
Oh, look at this. Like the card pull spins are rigged. Good one, Richard.
Laura's got a comment that she didn't want you to miss too, or us to miss.
Wasn't
Probably
that
more so
include
you.
domino
Where to go?
effect?
I'll say my prediction again, since it was blown over. Fart Kitty will make their grand appearance on Truthwave to give Flyby a day off.
Oh, I like that.
I'm going to unequivocally say that will not happen in 2026.
Mm.
We're gonna have to wait till 2027, Laura. That's what he's saying.
No, that's not going to
Then we'll
happen.
really be surprised.
Marketing does not have a place at Truthwave.
Okay.
Sorry to be a Debbie Downer.
Oh,
That's one you can mark off. All right, and Clint, did we miss part of Clint's? Also, there's also a build on this too. Let's see. All right. Here's another piece of that Venezuela thing. Some people think that Maduro was part of the Q stuff, part of the plan, and he's going to drop all the info of all the crap he's been doing and everybody that's in cahoots with him for, let's see, running drugs. Also, any of the nefarious stuff having to do with human trafficking and any other bad things. The good thing is if Venezuela is the hub of all that stuff going on, and now it's going to stop, that's going to raise the vibrational frequency of the planet tremendously. And so that's a very good thing, regardless of all the nonsense political stuff. R.I.P. Fart Kitty. Oh no, Fart Kitty is still around. Believe me, Fart Kitty is still around. It's just that Fart Kitty won't be. Won't be. Never mind. Never mind.
All right.
Here,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second here. Let me interject something.
Oh my God, that wicked laugh.
Gets me every time. All right.
Yes, Nancy. That I think is tied into the Venezuela thing, although I don't know the whole thing of it. But if you read Enspree's comment there about the voting,
Oh, I missed it.
so she just put the Dominion voting is tied into that. And I don't know enough about that, because there's so many things. But yeah, and some people are going to still sit there and defend these people. But I think that whole back and forth debate too is even if it's all a big movie, it kind of makes you then start questioning things. Let's put it that way. But I think it's gonna happen quick.
Okay, so you think what is going to happen quick? What is your prediction?
My prediction about everything being like a domino effect, everything is going to progress so quickly that people are just going to get flooded with all these things. And even though, like, okay, so now people are arguing, oh, the U.S. was wrong for doing that, and how could they do that? That's a violation and whatnot. You know what? When these things happen so quick in such quick succession that all this stuff is coming out and we're doing it, I think that people are just going to run out of ways to defend or to naysay what it is.
So
What,
kind of an information overload kind of thing that
yeah, that
keeps.
people are just going to be like, what is going on here?
Or do you think maybe fatigue too? That people will get information overload fatigue. So it'll be just one more thing and one more thing. That seems to have been happening the last couple of weeks. It's just one more thing and one more thing and one more thing. And they're kind of like, it's just, it'll work out. So how do I write that for 2026? So it'll be like information overload in 2026, or just constant bombardment of things happening,
Um,
like big things. How do you want to say it?
I think the information overload kind of covers it because the things are going to happen that are going to cause information to either not be suppressed or to be really looked at. So I think information overload is good. I mean, because let's not forget too, like last week's issue or 2 3 days ago or whatever, going to the new year, the whole thing with silver. And it was already rumored that one bank was already in trouble, and that this is going to keep progressing. So right now I think it dipped for a little bit, and it's just kind of so what's going to happen with all that when it really hits now? Like I think that was kind of like something that's just made. I think it's inevitable, and it was kind of like a preview.
Well, I'm going to predict, one of my predictions for silver is silver hits $150 an ounce by the end of the first quarter. Because the players that have always suppressed silver are now running out of. Well, the thing is, you can't print silver. You can print all kinds of garbage contracts. But what we're finding out that Wall Street has derivatives on derivatives on derivatives, and they've been loaning the same silver out to one another over and over and over. And that's like me writing, hey, I owe Lucky 100 ounces of silver. And then he turns around and sells that contract to Millie and now there's 200 ounces of silver involved. And then Millie turns around and she sells it to Trista, but she's going to go ahead and sell 1,000 ounces to Trista. And Trista, 2 months from now, is going to turn around and sell that 1,000 ounces back to Lucky. And here, Victor, who started the whole thing, I only have 50 ounces of silver to back that thousands of ounces of silver that's being traded amongst all of you. You see? And apparently, a couple days ago, the price was stuck at $74.50. And you can see it on the chart. I could probably find the chart and hold it up here, right here for everyone. And it was stuck right there, like it had a cap on it. So who manipulates that? I'm just ready for the manipulation to go away. I'm not worried about the economic aspect of it. Oh, and that's another prediction. Any predictions for NESARA or just Sarah in 2026?
So, no, I don't see anyone else jumping on it. So I think that when what Victor says happens, it's all going to kick in because it has to be, right? Because people are going to freak out. They're like, oh my God, how am I going to, you know, pay for my bills or feed my family? And I think that it's something that's really going to be when it's going to happen concurrently or simultaneously, like, you know, so that no one gets left behind. And I think that that's the reason that there's been all those tariffs and that there's been things that have been going on that seem really erroneous, but I think it's just been lining um, things to get it ready. But I mean, I don't know. I'm no economic major or anything like that. I just, if I had to take a guess, a hunch.
Okay. And if anyone has, I'm going to go to my next prediction if you guys don't have another one, or if you're not ready to talk about your next one. No, anyone? Okay. Oh, go ahead, Lucky. You look like you're
Yeah.
ripping.
I basically I had one that's kind of basically that there's going to be a signal from space, from outside of our solar system, and all of the rich billionaires and all the corporations and all the governments are going to try to translate it. They're going to race to translate it, and there's going to be a fight to see who gets to translate it first, and that's going to be like some kind of a big worldwide, unity thing where they're going to fight to translate this message. And that's it. They're going to fight for it, and whoever translates it first gets to respond. But again, it's just going to be a
So you
show
think so? A message from space.
that is from another language, from another civilization that we don't understand. So they're going to try to translate it. There'd be a race to translate it. It's going to be a great show.
You know what that message is going to say, right?
Sorry, thanks for the fish. I don't know.
It's going to say, "Hello, world." That's a computer joke, by the way.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm going to predict in 2026 that the IRS here in the United States, Trista, the Internal Revenue Service, will be gone.
Ooh,
I love that one.
Well,
'Cause
you
you're-
can take this CRA with it as well. That would be lovely.
because we see pieces of it now because there's people out there. I noticed that today, and there was this former Navy SEAL that works for one of the networks. It's an online network, and he was saying, "Hey, go in on Monday, meaning tomorrow. Go into your HR and tell them you don't want to have any federal taxes taken out of your check until next year." And he says, of course, put that in an account on the side. So take the money out on your own. Don't give a interest-free loan to the federal government. So they may have to find something else. So that's active. People are actively out there telling Americans to not put any money into don't pay anything to the Treasury. So that's a big one. But I think the IRS, as we know it, it's gonna cease.
So are businesses allowed to do that there? Because here, I don't think that they're allowed. I think they have to. So is there like regulation there that would allow that, or would it be people kind of going against the grain?
Well, if you form a company here, you can choose how often you turn your taxes in. And usually people do it right away because it's just easier to get the money out of your coffers.
But I mean, as far as taking taxes from your employees to give to the government kind of thing.
Well, apparently you can choose. I haven't done it in a while, so I always just I always paid mine each paycheck instead of waiting. But you can delay. I think there is some wiggle room in there.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There's a way you can finagle it so you don't pay anything and need to pay at the end of the year. It's a known thing. Um,
Okay.
but most people, because the idea is that some people pay extra, so they don't have to worry about it. So they
Well,
get it's a tax free loan sort of thing where whatever. Yeah, they pay extra, so at the end
I
of the
was
year they get
doing
this
that.
free
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, people do that,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
was doing
stupid.
that for the longest time. Yeah. I had, well, yeah, because that was like the only way I could save money is if I just didn't know it existed.
Yep.
And I think some of it too is to fight the fear, because that's one organization, whether they are legal or not, whether they're legit or not, that can come in and ruin your life, put you in jail, all this other stuff. And granted, that hasn't, I don't think that's still happening so much. There's a famous newscaster named Neil Bortz, and he used to do talk radio, and he was kind of right there in the center in his talk shows, and he was more common sense than anything. And he said that he had a lien on one of the buildings that he owned, and he called his IRS agent and said, "Hey, I'll meet you there tomorrow. I'm going to give you my check. Everything will be a-okay." And he said this story on the air. And so when he's sitting there, I think the appointment was at 10 to meet the IRS agent at the property. He's standing in the lobby, pretty big building apparently, and the agent comes in and busts in the door with all these people in full combat gear with their rifles and everything, and then handed him a piece of paper that says, "Here, I'm from the IRS. We're seizing this building." And he goes, "What the hell are you guys doing? I called yesterday so I could pay this building." And so his agent showed up that he was working with and said, "Here, I'll take that check. Okay, this seized notice is null and void now, blah, blah, blah." But what they did was they called in all their troops to come in so they could say that, "Hey, look, the strong arm, our strong arm of the law coming in and us seizing it by force caused this person to react and pay us off."
Oh,
Yeah, so it's like them justifying their usefulness. I thought that just made me sick when I heard that. I was like, oh, that actually happens.
Unbelievable. But it's a fear tactic.
Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, any others? Any others for 2026?
I don't see any there, but I'm going to give you one of mine.
Oh, by all means.
Okay. I predict a lot of people just becoming so disheartened with everything that they're hearing that they're just going to become, they're not going to even care anymore to go to work or do the jobs that they're doing. And I think that you've already seen that. Like people are just so tired of all the stuff at work, and you see certain places that say, oh, that we don't have enough people. Like take for instance Starbucks, right? The Starbucks around here, sometimes they just close because they don't have enough people for the shifts to keep it open. Or there's other places that I've seen that close, and I think that, and that's not even corporate, but I just think that a lot of these places, people are just going to be like, you know what, keep it. Even though there's, this whole thing that people need money or whatever, I think a lot of people are just so fed up that they're just going to find more and more people are going into business for themselves and doing other things. And I think that they're just going to say, you know what, you keep that job.
And so in a sense, I think some people have already done that. And it's
Mm-hmm.
called checking out, or just letting the pieces fall where they may. Hey, F it. I can't do this anymore. And I think that's part of the awakening that's happening, because people are just like, why do I do this anymore? It's not
That,
changing my life anymore. It's not changing my life. Yeah, it might be paying my rent or doing this or that, but it's, hey, there's more. And I think it comes down to that question. There's more than just me going in and sitting in some stupid ass cubicle for 9 hours and just grinding away for something that is soulless.
hmm yeah. And I think that people are they're still going to have mortgages. They're still going to have, things like that, right? Up until something different changes. But I think that the way that people are working and whatnot. Like even now, you see a lot of remote jobs, and there's a lot of companies that are saying, oh, we have these leases. We want to get. Can you come back 2 days a week? And it's a way of, taking an inch, and then before you know it, they got a whole foot, and they're getting you like back at the office because they've got these leases for all these buildings and all this money that they've spent to make these buildings look a certain way, and no one wants to go into the office because everyone's working remotely. And I
Hmm.
think that's slowly people are getting used to having more time. And yeah, they have bills to pay, but they're understanding that it's not the same thing anymore. And I think a lot of that has to do with the younger generation and the way they work. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, that younger generation doesn't work like our parents. Our parents would go work 16 hours a day. Or take, for instance, a diner in my town. The diner in my town was a 24/7 operation, and New Jersey is like the homeland of diners, right? And
Hmm.
the owners, the older people, I think like one of the siblings, um, got hurt, heart attack, whatever. And unfortunately, they decided, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. So they went ahead and they handed the diner over to the next generation. And the next generation said, hey, you know what? I don't want to put on all these hours to keep this diner afloat 24/7. They remodeled the diner. They've opened it up. It looks beautiful. The food is great. But the diner closes like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and that's even late. I think it was even closing actually at 9, and they're not going to be open 24/7 anymore. And I kind of miss it because that was always like hangouts, like after the club or the partying or whatever, you went to the diner to, you could always go to the diner and get a meal, right? And these people are like, I'm not going to do that anymore. So, and that's a family business. So even to the family, they're saying, hey, it's my family business, but no, I'm not going to be a slave to this. I'm going to live life differently.
Well, nothing good happens outside after 10 p.m.
That's what
unless
I
you,
say all the time. Oh my God, stop. I used to say that. That's funny. Yeah.
unless you're in your backyard, because at least you can still look at the sun, the stars, and the moon and things like that.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Wow. All right. Do we have any others?
I have all ridiculous ones. So,
Well, throw them out there.
I want to hear them.
okay. So Cushy will bite me. I guarantee that. In fact, like I give it to the end of tomorrow.
So you're going to say Cushy will bite you before this
Yeah.
time tomorrow?
Yeah. I mean, I could make it happen right now if I really wanted to, but
Oh,
we'll
don't
let
do
the
that.
chips fall as they
Yeah.
will. What else? Oh, and that this one's not a joke, but it is personal. That I'll get an amazing, fulfilling, and excellent paying job very soon.
So it is.
What
I
else do I
agree.
have here?
Oh, it
So it
is.
is.
I love that.
SpaceX will launch a satellite. That feels like that might happen. Two or three old movies will be remade, and many people will be mad.
Oh, don't even
And
get me
that's it.
started on that nonsense. Hey, it's freaking Fast and Furious 75. Oh, okay. Well, it's weird.
And they're geriatric. Can they even drive anymore?
Maybe they're on like the electric scooters.
That would be funny. A Fast and Furious on electric scooters. Now that's a plot twist. I like that.
Like the little ones that people when they get like the kind in Walmart when people can't
Yes.
Yeah,
walk anymore.
yeah.
Yeah. That
Hmm.
would be fun. Come on, I'll race you. I love that.
No,
That would
well,
be
what would
great.
it be renamed though? It wouldn't be the Fast and the Furious. It would be something and something else.
I would name it the Fast and the Furious. Absolutely.
Maybe the Fast and the Flagellant or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
that would be good.
The slow and the still angry.
There you go. There you go. Oh,
Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one that I just received. Well, it's part of it. It's kind of spawned the thought in my head. It's perhaps in 2026, we will truly discover that we are, in fact, the gods.
I like that.
Good one. Oh, that is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have explicit permission to share the person's name, but I'm going to honor them by bringing that up. That God is within us, and God is actually our higher self. You know? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I am so stoked about this year, 2026, because it's almost like you can feel it. It's almost like you can feel the change in the air. And, oh, here's one. Would any of you like to predict which one of our Claires? Is it going to be all of them, or are we going to get one first? Are we going to get one ability first that's going to like change everything? And if so,
I
what's
think
that
it depends on,
ability? What?
I say it depends on the person. Because as it stands, everybody kind of has their strengths. So I think whatever maybe is strongest for you is going to be the first one to come in.
However, I think that if we do have that mass outage, we are going to get enhanced telepathy or clairaudience.
Ooh.
I think that our panic to communicate with one another will become so strong that that urgency and that desire to reach out is going to literally reach out, and we're going to feel it.
But it is all communication. I just thought of something else is I think perhaps maybe there will be less distinction between the clairs and things are just going to be coming into us and it'll be on multiple levels and multiple clairs.
Because at the
I
end of
guess
the day, we are those superhumans,
yeah.
Hmm.
and we
'Cause
possess all those things.
they do overlap in some ways, each one of them.
Hmm.
So, and then some even it's not like 2D; it's kind of like 3D where they overlap in different ways. So, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's another one. I predict that Hollywood's slowly and surely going to become a thing of the past. And I think that the new superstars are going to be the YouTube creators, the Instagram people. I think that there's going to be
Mhm.
a clean out of everyone that's full of it on those things that we're going to start to see. Like when they say, "Oh, you're going to start to see masks come off." I think that little by little, you're going to hear how so and so was fraudulent and creating all these videos, kind of like the way that we already know that reality TV isn't reality TV. I think a lot of people kind of do that with the posts that they post or whatever, that they're just full of it and that's not
Mhm.
really who they are. And I think that there will be people that are content creators that will become our next stars, and not to be idolized in the same way that maybe we looked at Hollywood people before, but those are the people that are going to be creating things that are going to entertain us.
So how do I
Mhm.
write that? Hollywood will begin its death throes, or Hollywood will be dead by the end of 2026.
Hollywood will be replaced by the
For
content
content creation,
creator.
yeah, Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's already happening.
Hmm.
Markiplier is
Mhm.
a huge YouTuber, and he's created a whole movie by himself with his own money because Hollywood wouldn't support him. He said, "Fine, I'll do it myself." And every time he tried to do something, they said, "Well, you need this person, this person." He goes, "I can do that myself," because they said, "I got to take 2 months to do this." He goes, "I can do that myself within a week." He
Hmm.
made his own movie. He's a full length movie's coming out in a couple months that he's been working for years. Unfortunately, I'm a fan of him, and I paid attention the whole time. It's a horror movie, but again, not something I'm into. But he's created it himself. He took a video game and then make a movie, um, because he used to make movies on YouTube, and then YouTube screwed him. So he said, "Fine, I'm going to go to Hollywood." And then Hollywood was going to screw him, and he goes, "No, I'll do it myself." So
Hmm.
and they want to distribute in only a few theaters, limited distribution, and his audience crushed the distribution company, and they said, "Okay, please tell them to stop. We'll put your movies in more theaters. Please tell them to stop." He shut down boards because, and he didn't ask them to. He just said, "Well, they're going to start in limited theaters for a little while, and then once it becomes popular, then they're going to expand." And then then you can buy pre-sales of the tickets for 2 months from now, and it just shut them down. All the tickets are sold out. So yes, one content creator from YouTube is shutting down Hollywood by himself, proving that it can be done.
Did he use
Wow.
AI actors?
No, he used himself.
Oh, he's
It's
the
100% himself in a prop. It's a horror movie, so he's actually in a, a ship and trying to survive in a ship.
like
While
a ocean going vessel.
actually, it's a ship on a foreign on another planet, which is blood. It's a
Going
it's,
inward.
it's called Iron Lung, and in the under it's a bizarre concept. It's from a video game that he translated. It's called Iron Lung, which is the video game, and translate it into a movie. It's much more complicated than I can even express.
Hmm.
So, and it's all props. I mean, very little is actually AI generated, and he actually hurt himself because he was the main actor. He was the director and the actor, and so he never did anything to get his, his other actors in danger. So he did it himself.
Hmm, that's good.
It's
But look
it's
at
a
all
great
these
story.
people that are
It's a
writing
great
books,
story.
right? There's people writing books and self-publishing now. They're not waiting to get picked up
That's true.
by
Yeah.
anybody else. I mean, some of the people are generating books very fast because of AI, and
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't
But
like it.
yeah, I'm not into AI. Like, I don't think it's true creativity. However, people, the what it's bringing people to, and not everyone is using it, is I'm going to self-publish my book, and I'm not going to wait to get picked up by Random House or Penguin Books or whatever. I'm going to do it myself and keep all the profit.
And if you think about it, that's like taking our power back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we've been relying on other people to make people famous, and then they do it in weird ass ways, and then we're just stuck with the people that they decide should be famous instead of us deciding who we like. So really it kind of opens up everything, and like real people get to take control of their own
Density.
lives and their own popularity.
Sovereignty.
Sorry.
We're moving
Yes.
towards
Yeah, yeah,
sovereignty.
yeah.
I said they get to follow those density. That's a Back to the Future joke. And Stacy
Oh,
says it reminds me of the channel Dust. The Dust channel, if you've never seen it on YouTube, is really cool. Lots of beautiful little short stories there. And yeah, nothing happening here. Oh, I used to be a L alien as well, Stacy. L alien, get it? Never mind.
Mm-hmm. So I like what, BitChute and Good Lion TV. I don't know if you've seen anything on there.
Actually, I think I spend most of my time viewing my friends. All you
Yeah,
guys. I
yeah,
think that's where I
yeah.
spend most of my time
This
on
is true.
YouTube. Hmm.
Yes, I've watched Tommy Gunn.
And do you guys find yourself leaning towards live content too? Almost most of the things you watch is live now.
Yes.
I think
I
there's
probably the majority. Yeah.
I shut once I hear the AI voice because sometimes it tricks you,
Yeah.
but then it says the word incorrectly. And you're like, shut it down. No, not gonna. Because it always makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Unless, and now I'm looking for, okay, if I see a face now,
Yeah.
sometimes they have the video, and if in the video's AI in the beginning, and you're like, okay, that's okay, but then you're like, oh, this has gone too long. Forget it. I'm not doing this anymore.
if you want to see something, there's a guy out there talking about silver right now called Asian Guy, and I saw a picture of him the other day on X, and it showed all of his channels. So there's a fellow out there making like 60 different AI channels and just really sticking it to YouTube. And you go from these channels, some of them are newer than the other ones, but every video he puts out has, on one channel, it's 4,000 views, on another one, it's 80,000. But he's got all these channels. So what he's doing is pumping out, he's figured it out, it's putting a script into his computer. Must have a boss computer out there, and pumping out all these AI videos, and they're completely AI. Just look up Asian Guy, and you'll probably find him right away. And handsome fellow, nice voice, but it's all AI. It is completely AI. And I've been watching it's still news in a sense, but then you start saying, wait, didn't I see the same guy on another channel? And then if you go to X and just do a search on Asian Guy, you'll see
Maybe he's an alien.
a slew.
That's how he does it.
Yeah, maybe he is.
Got
Maybe he
alien
is.
technology.
Yeah, and one more point with the silver too is I think it's high time that all these corrupt organizations and things that, if they're doing anything oppressive, I think it's high time that it comes to light, and I think people are ready for it. I think people are ready.
Yeah, I think people are tired, of all of it, and people work too hard, and there's a lot of real honest people out there that have been doing a lot for a long time, and it's just enough already.
All right, I have a final. Oh, we're over time, but I have a final prediction. If I could have that honor, we're going to find out in 2026 that our population, our global population, is a lot smaller than what we're being told.
Mm.
I think
Because
so.
the population was said to be this and this and this and made very believable in order to push the climate agenda, because that is a whole other. And hey, I'm all about not polluting the planet. Some of you have heard my wonderful pie in the sky things of cleaning it up. I know you three have, but it's like I think we're going to find out that it was mainly the population being, us being overpopulated as a planet was a guise to feed into that global warming stuff that we've gone through, at least in the United States, for the last 25 or 30 years. And before I get anybody saying, "Oh, trust the science and this and that," hey, I can trust science all day. I just can't trust the scientists, especially when their data is being paid for by some party that's going to use it and manipulate it to. Well, let me just get back to it. Population lie. We're going to find out really what our population is this year.
Makes sense.
And that being said, I think a lot of the population that uh, maybe is leaders or Hollywood people, those numbers are going to come down because we're going to start seeing them exit too. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, clarify that, please.
So like we're going to start seeing a lot of stars that like Bridget Bardot and leaders, and we're just going to start seeing a lot of people die off.
Oh, mass die off.
Mm-hmm.
Mass die off of our fake population.
Mm-hmm.
Clint's got that in the chat too.
Who was that in the chat?
Clint. I feel
Clint?
the population number will reduce this year significantly, but it sounded harsh to say, "I like your thought better, Victor," is what his comment is.
Okay. See, so yeah, yep. So not only have we been lied to as to what the real population is, but then we're going to see the people that we know no longer, they're going to cease to exist.
Well, see, this is a good rabbit hole to jump, because now you have to factor in one more thing too. We've all discussed this before. I know us three have. Is now talk about your vibrational frequency. So many people are opening their eyes, expanding their knowledge, stepping into their spiritual self. And you think about that, and that could see a lot of people fall off as well. So perhaps the people that are dying off to us, perhaps we're just simply out of their frequency range, and they cease to exist for us. We've talked about this before. All of us have. So it's interesting. Oh, geez, there's another rabbit hole. Stacy just.
Stacy, yeah, so much.
I did you ever hear this about that?
Cabbage Patch Kids.
That if you could have a clone, and basically that clone sat in some facility somewhere, and if you needed a kidney, you could go get a kidney from your clone.
I saw a movie like that.
Yeah, was there a movie? Was it a movie?
Oh my god, I saw a movie with Josh like that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
that movie.
So then you have the ethical question, but isn't that clone a being?
Yeah, and they would tell these people that they won the lottery, and then they'd go take them in and surgically remove whatever it is they needed because the person that they had harvested that clone from needed something, regeneration, and they had paid money for you were property of that person, and you were kept living this fake life, and when it was your time, they would pretend you won the lottery and that you were going to exit and go live in this beautiful place, Eden, let's say. And what they did is they killed you and they harvested your organs. The rapture? I don't know. It was some kind of island.
Oh, I thought she was putting it out there as that could be a possibility, or we will see a certain event happen as the rapture. I'm sorry,
I got it. I used to. I think that's just going to be different. I think my whole concept on that has changed.
Coma.
I think
Was it Coma?
No. I didn't see that movie. I was too young, but I know what that. I remember that movie.
Yeah.
But that wasn't it. This was with these two young people that escaped from it.
The Island. Hey, Ned, good to see you.
The Island. That's it.
Inspired, good to see you.
Who said that? Was that you? The Island?
Oh, The Island. The movie is
No,
The
Ned.
Island with Scarlett Johansson.
Misha
Yes,
said it.
Scarlett Johansson. Yes. Thank you. That's the movie. Watch that movie. because it's still good, even though I gave away a lot, but it's still good. It is. It's
Actually,
worth
that
watching.
is in my playlist.
I have
Actually, I
that
looked
in a
at it
movie
like two
playlist.
hours. I looked at it like 4 hours ago. I just sat there and watched the little trailer for it because it's these people. The trailer has all these people dressed the same, and they're in an elevator, and it's really interesting because that's all I watched of it was just a little trailer, and they're all watching
Mm,
somebody that just won the lottery to the island, and this one
mhm,
guy's like, "Well, how long you been here?" And they're all talking about this, and then you have security. Oh, there's a disturbance. There's a
mhm.
disturbance in the elevator 27. And you think about a system like that, you have the plebes in the white uniforms, then you have that layer of security over them. And then over that security, you have another layer of people that's probably smaller. So that it just keeps going up that pyramid of smaller and smaller. So what's at the top? I haven't seen the movie, so I'm not going to.
I am Clint.
Yeah, that would be a really good channel. Rabbit Hole
Yeah,
Radio.
I got my theories on a channel.
Oh, that's what Heaney was saying. Is this what the rapture really is? Ooh. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe we are within the rapture right now. Oh, we signed up for a hell of a time, didn't we?
Yeah, we're having fun.
Yeah. And that's one thing. That's one thing is I'm going to make sure I enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the freaking ride because that's what we came here. We came here for a specific reason. We came here for as a specific time. I'm going to make it freaking
Play the
awesome.
game. Play
Heck
the
yeah.
game. Disengage. Stop doing everything I was doing, and play by my own terms.
Heck yeah. Heck
Mhm.
yeah. Earth
All right.
School. Earth School. That's right.
So there's so many things.
All right. Well, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was, and I didn't even feel like we even touched on a whole lot, but
17 predictions for 2026.
I like that number. Uh, beautiful.
And only 13 minutes over. So if we go about 4 more minutes, we can do 17 minutes over if you want.
Well,
It's okay.
it's
I
not
mean, it
hard for
happens.
us. Well, next week we have Lucky hosting, and
Yes,
Lucky, I think you have your topic already.
yes, I do.
What is your topic for next week?
It was something about love and how to accept loves from other people.
Mm,
How to be able to accept compassion from others and enjoy it. And sometimes we have burdens. We put that up from our lives. We focus so much on loving others that when people express love to us, sometimes it's difficult. I wanted to just visit that
I
concept.
love that, and that's really big in healing your divine feminine is being open to receive. I have a hard time receiving anything from a compliment to help or even asking for help. I've little
Hmm.
by little have overcome that, and I'm more gracious and more accepting. So that's something that definitely I could hear and discuss and know well.
Yeah, there's layers to it too, and thinking about it, realize though there's so many layers to it. Um, but I don't want to
Hmm.
ruin it, so I have
That's,
No,
ideas.
that's going to be a
I
good
love
one.
it.
I'd love talking about love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's really what it's all about lately, right? We a couple of weeks ago we were talking about self love,
That's
and
it.
now
That's when it's from the truth with meditation and me discovering that the self love something I really enjoy. But then when I hear someone wants to love me, it's like, wait, why do I feel like no, you don't, no, no? And I'm like, but I'm actually able to do it for myself. And I'm like, okay, I've learned how to do this. Now I have to learn how to do that. Accept it from others. It's all a mind game that I've been playing with myself, and it's convoluted sometimes. But again, I will go do anything for anyone else.
hmm
But asking for help for myself, no, I don't do that. No,
you're
I'll
not
do it.
the
I'll do
only
it. I'll do
one.
it. Yeah,
All right,
but
It's
ladies.
hard.
yep.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. I love you, Lucky.
I know where you're going with that, but we do love you, Lucky. We do, and we love having you here, and we love hanging out, the four of us here together with you guys. And I love reading your comments. I've been really good
Peaches.
about,
Yes, yes.
yeah, not succumbing to the laughter too much because everyone's been tame. I think that Angela and Laura must be asleep. So that's good
Hey,
too.
Peaches is still here. She stayed
She
up.
is. I'm so proud of her. There's Christine. Christina's still
Must
up
have
too.
had a nap.
Thank you, Christine.
Christine.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. Stacy. I love it. Scotty must have passed out. Scotty was around before. Oh, and we got to go party with Momshi because we've got a couple more days before Momshi hits a birthday. So we'll go check out
I
Momshi later.
stopped by earlier tonight and said hi. That's why I guess that's why the flood of people came in. I just went in and said hi to her and everything. She just got back from her trip, so she was in it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to request any music.
No, we'll have to go in there and request music. I haven't seen
Or
her in
you
a
go?
while.
You're going there now?
I'd like to. Yeah, I want to
Okay.
go party. I think she's on for another hour and a half.
Go party like it's 2026.
Yeah, ring in the
Oh,
new year.
Angela's here. She's looking.
Angela, I love it. You lurking, putting the
Oh,
babies to
good.
bed.
Hey,
And Misha was lurking until she couldn't resist any longer and had to dive
Mm.
into the conversation, she
Yeah, but
said.
Misha helped me with the island because I was sitting here totally like lost. Oh, time for beaching. That's Sarah, right?
yeah, Sarah. Hey, Sarah.
Sarah.
Good to
And
see
I
you.
think Sarah just joined the Discord because I saw some notifications. So thank you.
Awesome.
We love the Discord. We have a lot of fun on Discord.
Oh, it is so fun. It's so
hmm
fun.
So yeah, so next week Lucky is hosting.
Hmm.
For staying up late with us. For some of you guys, I know that you go to bed early, but hey, make it a great week, and we will see you next week. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Trista. Thank you, Lucky. Thank you, audience. Have a
Thanks,
great
everyone.
one.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
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 Nice.